All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, April 16th, and as usual, going over analysis for US 30, gold, EU, and BTC. So starting off with the daily bias for US 30, bearish, gold bullish, EU bearish, BTC bearish, and the US dollar very, very bullish. And looking at what we have with our zones, so these are so we might get this buy on US 30 on the 15-minute time frame. And just to reiterate, for those of you who saw what I posted in the Discord on Saturday after I was doing my journaling for the week. So right now, primarily I'll be focusing on trading in the afternoon session. And also, yeah, in the afternoon session pretty much. So I'll still be taking trades on the live session, which is before noon, or the morning session, but I won't be taking too much risk. And if you saw the statistics that I posted, I found that I'm very profitable on 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily timeframes, and also the 15-minute time frame, but the 30-minute time frame is not as profitable for me. So my plan of action going forward is if a trade, if we get a 15-minute trade before noon, which would be the morning session, I would use higher risk. So that's like 0.25% per trade on a 15-minute trade before noon. And if we get a 30-minute trade during the morning session, I'll be using like a 0.125 or 0.125% risk. In the afternoon, I will be doubling that, or actually 0.15. So in the afternoon, if I get a 15-minute trade, I'll be risking 0.375, and I'll be risking 0.375 per trade and 375 per trade on a 15-minute entry, and on a 30-minute entry, I'll be risking 0.25. This is because I want to focus my higher risk trades for the for my probable trades, assign them higher risk. And since I'm profitable on the hourly and 4 hour, like very profitable, if I get any trade on the hourly or 4 hour or even daily, regardless whether it's during the morning session or the afternoon session, I'll be taking those trades with a 0.375% risk. So my risk for 1 hour and 4 hour and daily trades would not change. Depending on the time of day. The only ones that will change are the 15-minute and 30-minute entries, depending on the time of day. So we'll probably get this US 30 15-minute trade, but again, we have to wait for the first 15 minutes of market open. So if it does trigger before 9:45, I'm not taking that trade. I'll wait for post 9:45 to take any trade as usual. We might also get this gold trade here on the 15-minute or even on the 30-minute. EU, again, not looking to take any EU trades. There's a EU trade that's running right now. I had marked it up before the live session, but they've already taken out that inner demand, but there's a buy currently running on EU. But I'm not looking to take anything on EU going forward as much, unless it's like an hourly or 4 hour trade or even daily setup. The other one is BTC. Let me turn off these zones. For BTC, yeah, not sure if we're going to get any BTC trade during the morning session, probably in the afternoon. On the hourly sessions, nothing for US 30, maybe in the afternoon as well. Price is pretty far away. For gold, nothing on the hourly session so far. I think the next one is EU. EU, this hourly buy might come later on. And then this is BTC, nothing on the hourly session as well. For the 4 hour session, or 4 hour, I'm sorry, 4 hour time frame, price is far away for the entries for US 30, price is far away for the entries on gold. And the other 4 hour session for EU and BTC, probably a 4 hour sell on EU later on. Price is far away from the nearest 4 hour demand. I do see this BTC buy later on, this 4 hour entry at 61,394. but that will be much, much later. So we'll just wait and see if we get any of these trades right here. So I didn't check the news for today, so I'll just check that out and send it out. So today is the 6th. So there goes that US 30 trade. If anybody trades, before 15 minutes before, there's a current buy on US 30 right now. It's tapping demand, but for me personally, I'll sit out of this one for now. So this was Tuesday, April 16th. I'll just send this out. All right, what time is it? 9:41. So 4 more minutes before I can take any trade. So we'll just wait for now until all these things play out. Let's see for the other. Um, hmm. Out. For gold on the 15-minute time frame, there's something else I've been looking at. Let me see what happens in 2 minutes for gold. If gold closes above here, this is something else I've been testing out. See, I want to see if gold closes above this 15-minute candle. If it did something, how many pips is that? 78 to 68. So that's 10 pips. So this would be 10 pips and 200. 98. Only if it were to close there. Not sure if it's gonna close there in this candle, but we'll see. Um, no, nothing for EU here. BTC, no. So, all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, so never mind. All right, so right now it's 9:45. So if any trade comes up or lines up right now, I'll be looking to take that trade. So for this US 30 going back, so this demand has been taken out. So at this point, I go ahead and revise this. But if you took that trade for US 30, you'd be in profit, but that demand area has been taken out. So now my next demand area on US 30 is this zone right here. So I set an alert here and just wait for price to come down there. Still think US 30 might drop a little bit further. And you can see we have major structure here. So I have an alert set up there for the 30-minute. Price is still far from that. I think there was a gold setup. So gold failed to trigger this just by a few points. So if gold again comes back down here, I'll be looking to take this gold buy here on the 15-minute. So this 15-minute and 30-minute buys on gold line up. I'll change my risk for the day. So this would be a 15-minute trade. 15 minutes, 0.25. Yeah, so at this point, so for today, it's either this US 30 trade or this Bitcoin trade that's going to happen during this morning session. I do see, no, US 30 or gold trade that are going to come up during this morning session. In the afternoon session, I do see a opportunity for Bitcoin and probably even for gold. But for this morning session, I do see this US 30 trade and also the BTC. I'm sorry, US 30 and gold. I don't know why I confuse BTC and gold. So US 30, this one would be on the 15-minute session. So 15-minute time frame. So that's 500 for that. All right. Have that 15 maybe shall be. All right, and then we need that demand to hold. So I'll go down to the 5-second time frame. See if we get that alert triggering here. Mm. Well, my computer is a little it's freezing a little bit here. I'm trying to mark up a 1:2. One is to two. Sorry guys, my computer is freezing, so let's see if we can reload this. But once that alert triggers here, where you can see this alert, reload. I'll be looking to enter US 30 buy on the 5-second time frame, so long as we get that crossover buy. It's annoying. Um, noise. Give me 1 second. Let me close. I don't want to close out Chrome and then this thing triggers. Let's see if I have enough time. It's 30. Okay. So this zone is still valid. Still, if US 30 comes back down there. So yeah, so today it's only that US 30 and this gold one. So those are probably the only two trades we'll take during this morning session. So remember, I am taking less risk during the morning session and focusing more on trading the afternoon session and 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily time frames. So there goes gold, or there comes gold as well. I need to make sure that it doesn't break or take away this demand. And actually, this shifts to the bottom here. So this demand on gold to the low of this candle. So that's 2367.676. So this zone's definitely change in real time. So as much as I'd marked it up during the live session, if a zone was previously mitigated, that's why when I send this markups to the group, you need to make sure that those zones haven't been taken out. But now the new buy zone on gold is 2367.676. The US 30 zone is still there and is still valid. Um, I will close out Chrome real quick and try to Restart it. I think I've saved everything. All right, so ignore that gold alert because it's in the zone where, or it's in the zone that has been taken out, but still watch 2367. Still watch this area. So go to gold here. Yeah, we missed US 30 just by a couple of points, but that zone is still a valid zone for US 30. All right, there goes gold. So again, if you I would advise you guys, same thing I'm doing. If I'm taking a 15-minute setup, use a little bit more risk, but not as much as we were using before. If I'm taking a 30-minute setup, use half risk than what you're using for the 15-minute time frame. If it's during the morning session, in the afternoon session, again, just double the risk on each. So the 15-minute session, at least for the 15-minute time frame, especially for right now in the near future, I'm always going to use more risk on the 15-minute time frame than the 30-minute time frame because again, after journaling, I've found the 30-minute time frame is terrible, especially for me. So it has a terrible win rate, if anything. So waiting for a crossover buy here for gold. And the idea is you don't want to use the idea of using this lower risks right here. You don't want to use up all your leverage in the morning session. If you can, wait till, again, I don't do live sessions in the afternoon, but wait till the afternoon session to trade any of these zones because sometimes I'll send them in the group. So if you can, it's better to wait in the afternoon session. But the reason I'm still trading the morning session, I still want to keep collecting data because the market is always changing. So if that candle closes with a crossover buy, and that's the entry on gold right there, we need that green X to close. We need a green X. There it is. And then if you achieve 1:2 risk to reward, go ahead and set break even for that gold trade. So I'm in that gold trade already. All right. We may have missed this US 30 trade. Would have been a nice trade, would have gone straight to full TP. But we'll just wait till the next time US 30 comes back to that area at 37,817. So right now, this is the only trade for the morning session. I don't see any other trade. We looked, there was nothing on the hourly, nothing on the 4-hour. So if I don't get, depending on what happens with this trade, this will be the only trade for the live session today. And then I'll take screenshots of the zones as they are, and I'll send them to the group, and then you guys can monitor those zones. But definitely focus on the afternoon, on the zones where price gets to in the afternoon. Those are the most probable zones, or that's the most probable time frame for the day, based off of what I found. So this is 2367, 245. And also observe price on the 5-minute time frame. So on the 5-minute time frame, we don't want to start seeing higher lows and higher highs being created. If that, I'm sorry, lower lows and lower highs being created, because if that does happen, that means price is on the descent and would mean that price is coming or would come back down. 67.376. 67.376. Yeah. All right. Remember, once you get to a 1:1, you set break even for the trade. I'm almost at BE on the entry. There it is. We might get US 30 coming back to the entry area. So just watch that. All right, gold is at break even for me. So go ahead and set this trade is at break even. So no need to keep watching this 5-second time frame. So the trade was a 15-minute. So again, I love 15-minute entries. It was also almost a 30-minute entry as well. But yeah, I love 15-minute entries, definitely. So yeah, so trade is risk-free right now. So depending on what you want to do, you can either take your profit or just leave it till either break even or TP. That should be nice. And then let's see if we get this US 30 trade coming down. If US 30 comes back here, it looks like it may flash down. Because you have to ask yourself how much back and forth can this zone survive, right? It's based off of two candles. It's not the strongest, but it's a good zone because the next zone after this. So if I were to take this trade and even get stopped out, I wouldn't feel bad because the next zone after this zone is all the way down here, is all the way till 37,580, right? So it's a good risk to reward trade. But if US 30 comes back down here, I feel like it might just flash a bit further down. And gold is still shooting up. Let's see if we get past this area. Mm. So we need to break this trend line as well here. Uh, All right, I'm at a break even for that trade. So that's just a break even trade for me. There is this 30-minute setup that's coming up here. Um, I'm not going to take it. The reason I'm not taking it is the 15-minute entry and the 30-minute entry were pretty close to each other. So if say the 30 minutes say was further down here, then maybe it's something that I would take. But also, if you look at the demand at the zone that trade was based off of on the 30-minute time frame, if you look, we have this candle right here, which is a bearish candle, right? So during this push up, right, this was the bearish candle in between all these bullish candles. So it created a zone there. So that zone has been tested here during this 3:30 a.m. candle, also the 4 a.m. candle, and now the 10 a.m. candle. So if price comes back to this zone, I just think they're going to break it, and they're going to break it to continue to close this this structure that's right here. So probably the next better buy zone for gold would be 2330 area. So I'm not going to take the 30-minute entry, but so this particular trade for me here is a break-even trade. So it's better, definitely better than losing. So I'll just take a screenshot of this and also um, update my trading journal with that. I'll save this. Pictures. All right. So let me look for the next 15-minute zone. US 30 is going back up. So we didn't catch that one. So I don't think it's gonna come back during this live session. But let me mark up the next demand zone for gold, and I'll take screenshots of these zones and send them in the group, and then you guys can observe them later when price gets back. And we have heavy selling pressure on gold. So you can see the length of this wick is just pretty long. So the next demand area on gold, and normally I don't double dip into a trade. So that zone is still a valid zone on gold on the 15-minute time frame. But since we got taken out at break even, I don't want to play the same zone twice. So the next buy area on the 15-minute time frame, and it looks pretty good for a buy, is 2347.661. So this might come pretty soon, actually. So this is that. And then I'll send this. If anybody wants to take the 30-minute setup, once it does alert, feel free. But personally, I'm not going to be hopping into that. I'll just take screenshots of this and send them. And then that's going to be pretty much it for the live session. So we missed the US 30 trade. That would have been a nice trade that would have gone to TP, but we just missed getting filled by a few points, and which is fine. But that zone is still valid for US 30 if price comes down there. Just align this ones and take pictures. EU. I think eventually I'm going to get rid of the EU charts because I'm not really focusing on trading it. So maybe in another week or so, we'll just focus on US 30 gold and BTC and get rid of EU for now. Time frame. Mm. Also watch this 4-hour BTC buy at 61,394. I think that one will come by later on in the afternoon. All right. All right, so I did send those markups. So that should be it for today. US 30 definitely looking like we're going to spike up. This is a bunch of buying pressure here, which is what I was hoping we would ride up earlier on, but unfortunately, we got missed to get filled in. But for US 30, yeah, probably this 15-minute or 30-minute sell, and then that will probably come by later on. But unless anybody has any questions, that should be it for the live session today. Just mark those zones up in your chart, and if price does come there, just enter with proper risk. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, bye.